Let me thank the people of Vermont from the bottom of my heart for giving me the opportunity to serve in the United States Senate. It has been the honor of my life. Today, I am announcing my intention to seek another term. And let me take a few minutes to tell you why.
82-year-old Bernie Sanders has decided to run for re-election to the United States Senate from the great state of Vermont. And the question everyone should be asking is why? Why would an 82-year-old man willingly sign up for another 6 years on a job that will take him just short of his 90th birthday? Now, before I get going here, let me state for the record that I don't have any deeply held dislike for Bernie Sanders. I think he's an amusing old man. I think he's kooky. I look at him the same way I would a clown at the circus. Funny to watch, but I don't trust him. So why does a crusty old man of 82 want to go back to the Senate for another 6 years? The answer should be obvious. Power. Take a look at some of the oldest members of Congress. Chuck Grassley's 90. Maxine Waters, 85. Steny Hoyer, 84. Nancy Pelosi and Jim Clyburn are both 83. What do you think drives these people to hold on to a job so deep into their golden years? For some of them, it's the money. It's well documented how Nancy Pelosi and her husband have built the stock market time and again with her access to inside information. And for certain, she's not the only one who's done that. But I don't think that's the case with Bernie. I mean, Bernie is a millionaire. He's made more money in a single year from some of his book deals than most of us will make 40 hours a week in 5 years. But I don't think it's money that drives it. I think Bernie is driven by two things. Number one, his arrogance. I think Bernie Sanders believes in his heart of hearts he is one of the smartest people in the room. Someone else younger, more physically and mentally fit, can't take Bernie's spot because they don't have the brains that Bernie has. It's typical old head thinking. These young whippersnappers just don't know all the things Bernie knows about what's best for the country. Number two, Bernie wants control. Now, I'm no psychologist, but I think what drives a majority of these career politicians is a deep-seated desire to control. Now, you've met people like this in your life. They're control freaks. Something in their mental makeup compels them to attempt to control anything and everything. Now, maybe it's not their fault. Maybe it's a form of mental illness. Whatever the case, people like this can't be satisfied with the natural ebb and flow of life. They want to control it. They want to manipulate as many things as possible to mold and shape them in their image. When I say that out loud, I'm convinced it's a mental illness. It's a God complex. It's a delusional belief in their infallibility. And if we still want a country, it's got to be stopped. The way we stop this runaway train of egotism is to get serious about making term limits for Congress. Now, I've read the arguments for and against term limits, and I keep coming back to the same question in my mind. Why is it okay for the president to have term limits, but it's somehow not okay for the House and the Senate? I'll tell you why. Because the people whose power was threatened didn't allow it. In 1995, the U.S. House of Representatives voted on a proposed constitutional amendment that would have limited the terms of members of Congress. It proposed limiting House members to 6 two-year terms, or 12 years total, and limiting senators to 2 six-year terms, 12 years total. However, this proposed 28th Amendment fell short of the two-thirds majority needed in the House to advance it to the states for ratification. The final vote was 227 to 204 in favor, but 290 votes were required. And just like that, the issue was dropped, and the fat cat career politicians saved their hides. Well, it's been almost 30 years. Perhaps it's time to try again. Is this a pipe dream on my part? Probably. Is this a solution to all of our problems in Washington? Definitely not. But is it a step in the right direction? I think so. Thanks for watching. Now tell me what you think. Are these politicians hanging on too long? Should we, the people, raise the issue of term limits again? Let me know in the comments below.